Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on this Thursday, March 20th, 2014. I'm Jonah Baker. More Georgia seniors are scoring higher on advanced placement exams, according to the College Board's Advanced Placement Report. Over 18,000 students scored a 3 or higher this year compared to last year. 21.3% of Georgia seniors scored higher compared to the U.S. average of 20.1%. Georgia's African American students ranked third in the nation. Compared to 10 years ago, the number of graduates taking at least one advanced placement exam has more than doubled. A 54-year-old Utah truck driver reportedly has kept people as sex slaves in his semi-trailer for months as he traveled the country. Jay Vavidas was charged with kidnapping, transportation for illegal sexual activity, and possession of child pornography. Vavidas faces life in prison if he is convicted. An arrest warrant was filed Tuesday in Salt Lake City, Utah, claiming Vavidas kidnapped a 19-year-old woman last May who came to work with him. After a week, the teen said she told Vavidas she wanted to go home, and that is when he strangled her until she blacked out and forced her to have sex with him more than 100 times. Spelman College robotics team, the Spellbox, will kick off their 10th anniversary this Saturday, May 22nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. with Spellbox Day. The university has partnered with the Atlanta Science Festival to host more than 300 students from K through 12 from public and private schools across Metro Atlanta. The students will have an opportunity to learn more about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics from a group of young African American women with a passion for robotics. Up next is your daily weather report. Stay tuned. Newsbreak will return.
Today's high is 65 with a low of 38 and a 10% chance of rain. And now for your 5-day forecast. Newsbreak will continue after this.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Prospective residence advisors at Morehouse College held a seminar in which they taught students how to be successful at getting internships, letters of recommendation, and more. Newsbreak's Taylor Crenshaw has more.
We're here today at Morehouse College, where future resident advisors will give a seminar on recommendations, internships, succeeding, and establishing relationships. Resources such as internship websites, peers, and faculty were suggested to the students.
Internships are important because they give you experience outside the classroom. When you're applying to jobs, you don't want to just have a GPA. You want to show that you are actually interested in whatever job you're applying to.
Beneficial tips for interviews and resumes were also given.
We want to give the teacher that they may need to write a strong letter of recommendation.
Students got into groups where they conducted skits showing the proper way to ask for letters of recommendations, interview questions, and establish relationships.
I studied, but I didn't study the right stuff, or I didn't study enough of the right stuff, so I just kind of asked my friend here, Ivy, would she let me see her answers?
During this workshop, we made sure that we were able to make something available to other freshmen and other people at Morehouse so that they can at least have an idea of what they need to do as they prepare and rise through the future.
Just as African Americans in general, many times we find ourselves at the bottom of the barrel. So just how to reach the level of success that many of our ancestors would desire for us to reach.
Most of the students were freshmen who put on the program and were trained by current RAs or housing staff. So it makes me feel as if we're having an impact and preparing them to impact their peers in the future.
When I see students developing, creating, and implementing programs, as what we've seen tonight, it really represents the high caliber of students that are here in the Atlanta University Center.
I'm Taylor Crenshaw, Newsbreak 23.
When Newsbreak returns, we'll have your latest in sports. Stay tuned.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back, and now for your latest in sports. The Tennessee Titans have made it certain that there is a trade interest in running back Chris Johnson. The NFL player is set to make $8 million this year. However, he says he believes he has been underused in the Titans offense and said he would be open to a trade. General Manager Rustin Webster said that there is not a ticking clock for a resolution and the team is going through their options. The New York Jets are scheduled to meet this weekend with free agent quarterback Michael Vick. The Jets are in the market for an experienced quarterback to mentor and compete with Geno Smith. Vick's name has been linked to the Oakland Raiders and Buffalo Bills, but the Jets will be his first visit. Commander-in-Chief Barack Obama selected Michigan State to beat the defending champion Louisville in the NCAA men's title game. Tom Izzo is a great tournament coach, Obama said. He went on to say, "I've got Michigan State going all the way. He knows how to motivate folks, and he knows how to coach." When Newsbreak returns, we'll have your latest in entertainment news. Stay tuned.
On campus would surely escalate what students are going through. Mental illness can be seen through a very small lens. It can be seen as something that is very extreme, something that's tied to violence. But a lot of everyday people who get up and go to work are dealing with bipolar disorder. I was on the job, I started to have symptoms of paranoia. I sort of overexerted myself. My mental illness really matured me. It allowed me to slow down. It allowed me to say no when I had too much on my plate. Had there been access for me to a gun during, what I endured, I can't tell you what would have happened, but I can say that I'm glad that there was not a gun around during that time.
Welcome back, and now for your latest in pop culture, here's your entertainment news. Master P's wife Sonia Miller filed for divorce from the hip-hop icon last October to end their marriage of 24 years. Reports say the couple has been separated for several years. Miller has now filed new documents accusing the rapper of failure to provide for their minor children and for ignoring the divorce petition. The rapper was fined $10,000 by a judge for ignoring the papers. Miller claims she has been poor and that she has been relying on welfare from the U.S. government. She also has been forced to move in with her oldest son, rapper Romeo. To all of you Star Wars fans out there, this one is for you. The new Star Wars has an official timeline, and it has been confirmed that robot R2-D2 will return. Disney CEO Bob Iger said Tuesday director J.J. Abrams will begin shooting Star Wars Episode 12 in May. Tyler Perry's Single Mom Club did not do too well at the box office this past weekend, as many as expected. This is Perry's lowest debut ever. The Single Moms Club, starring Nia Long and Amy Smart, opened with $8.3 million, putting it at number 5. DreamWorks' Mr. Peabody and Sherman was number 1. 3D Kitty Jaunt came in at number 2. We want to thank you for tuning in to CAU's TV Newsbreak 23. Remember to join us weekdays at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Comcast Channel 23. I'm Jonah Baker. Have a wonderful day.
Newsbreak was produced by students of the Atlantic University Center in conjunction with CAU-TV.